a believer who has taken hold of the new covenant has a lot of peace in their hearts, a lot of quietness in their souls, and a lot of place to rest within, because they know their God. They have taken hold of who their God is, and therefore they can have quietness from the psychic noise. And we're still talking about that, and welcome to this morning's Jolt. I trust it will jolt your spiritual mind and heart, and please come along with me for this. Yesterday, or the previous time we spoke, we mentioned this, that Christ is risen and I know it, and that's like a practical portion of taking hold of the new covenant. Christ is risen and I know it, and I take hold of it. It's my assurance, it's my stability. And today's thought is similar to it, but of course it's a little different, and it's that God is righteous and holy, and I love it. And I think that's so beautiful. God is righteous and holy, and I love it. This is a very powerful truth. Elihu, I think, was speaking in Job 36, and in verse 3 he says, I will ascribe righteousness to my Maker. And what an amazing statement, because they were talking about a tough situation. Job was suffering, their friend was suffering, and what do you say then? Do you say, well, God has made a mistake? Or will you say, no, God is righteous and we don't understand what is going on, but we must trust him because, gosh, because he is God, and I trust that he is righteous, and I love that he is righteous, and I'm going to stick to that even if I don't understand, even if I don't see how or why. And this is something that is very hard for us. It's a challenge, but we need to learn it, because Jesus said in John 17:25, "O righteous Father, the world has not known you, but I have known you, and these disciples," adding that word, "have known that you have sent me." And this truth, Jesus said, righteous Father, the world doesn't know you. The world doesn't know you as the righteous Father, but the disciples, but the Christians after them, they will know, says Jesus. I made them know that you are the righteous Father to them. And that's beautiful. We love it. This is who we are as New Testament, as New Covenant believers. We take hold of the power of these simple truths, and we are not we're not wasting, years debating it and questioning it and attacking it and saying, well, maybe God is not fully righteous, or Christ didn't really die, so he didn't have to raise from the dead. Something silly. No, we just take hold of the reality of what God has revealed to us about himself and about the new covenant. Yes, Christ is risen, and I know it. That's he is risen. He is risen. That's beautiful, and God is righteous, and I am in love with that truth, that God is righteous. Is it always easy? Well, no, and I cannot always reason it out, but I can know that it is true, and I can receive it by faith. And in 1 John 2:29, if you know that he is righteous, you know that everyone who does righteousness is born of him. So this is something beautiful, that if I know him to be righteous, then also that will give me a discernment about my brothers and sisters and our connection in him. So how do I practically take hold of this, that I'm a new covenant believer and I know my God, and that quiets down my soul? One part of that is God is righteous, and I don't let the enemy belie that. I love it, and I'm going to stick with it. God bless you with that thought. I trust that it is jolting your spiritual heart, and have an awesome day in the Lord.